Alright, so this video is basically about every single aspect within the matchmaking game mode, such as 1v1s, Culling games, Soul Wars, and KOTW, also known as King of the World. The only reason why I'm not gonna be going over 2v2s and 3v3s is literally because it's like a team effort game mode, right? And this is basically my experience, and you know, it kind of compares to 1v1s. I'm gonna be telling you about each game mode and its current state within Type Soul as of right now. Obviously, it's subject to change with all nerfs and stuff like that, but following through, one thing I can say is that the PvP aspect of Type Soul is absolutely just gutted to the ground, like no balancing at all. And if you guys saw Balboa's video about that, hey, proves it. If you haven't, go check it out. But with that being said, let's continue with the video. The first thing that I want to come across when it comes to ranked ones is the demographics of builds that players in ranked use. Now, if you don't know what demographic means, it basically just means like a stat sheet of what people use. Now, going into this deeper, really and truthfully, it's not hard to really figure out what skill tree is used the most or what build is used the most. It's mainly prioritized on speed, and I'm not gonna lie, they have a reason to use speed. Speed is very unbalanced right now, and because of that, it's made ranked unfun. The reason why it's made ranked unfun is literally because you're basically forced to play a speed build if you want to get more elo and get rewards. Like, really and truthfully, if you're in ranked to practice or have fun, don't go into ranked, because I swear you will probably queue with a 60 Yamato. You'll probably queue with a 60 Yamato user, and bro, you're just cooked, bro. I can't lie, you're just finished. Like, and if you know how to, you know, intercept that, amazing, well done, bro. You're better than me, bro. I just can't. And even better if you're able to intercept Fullbringer with Kido, Zangetsu, even better. But right now, that's what ranked really is right now. You know, just a whole bunch of cheesy ass builds. I mean, don't get me wrong, old Type Soul was build for build, but at least the skill trees were kind of like, you know, balanced with each other, right? Based. You had people using Hakuda, Kido. No one ever used Medic, but Hakuda, Kido, Speed, and Kendo. Like, you get what I mean? It was all balanced and based. But now even with these 4 moves, like, if I was to put it into a perspective where I just started out I just go elite grade and I put all of my stat points into speed, I'd be fine for ranked. I wouldn't need any skill boxes. I'd be able to win probably most of my ranked games, compared to if I was to get Hakuda, right? 50 Hakuda, right? I would need essences, skill tree, skill boxes, etc, just to get, you know, to a tolerable level in ranked. You know what I mean? And that's kind of the same thing with Kendo as well. Speed, you don't need skill boxes, really and truthfully. I swear to God, Culling games has to be bugged, because bro, how could I do so much, contribute so much into the game mode, and then still get a blue elixir, a Wizard Mastery roll? Are you okay? That's not right. 30 points for a blue elixir? That's not right. It's just not. But let's get into it. There are so many problems with this game mode, and if you don't know what this game mode is, Culling games is basically a faction PvP game mode where you go against other factions. For example, if I was a Soul Reaper, I'd be going against Arankars and Fullbringers and Quincy's. Now, the only issue, or there are multiple issues, but the big issue that I have with this game is the imbalance in factions. For example, I would queue in with my friends and we load into the game to see only one Soul Reaper when we queued in as 6 Arankars. It just didn't make sense to me, and it just led to the Soul Reaper just leaving the game most of the time and us not getting no rewards. So us wasting our times and him also wasting his time, because he pretty thought that he was queuing with a whole bunch of other Soul Reapers. Now, is there a way to fix this? Sure, just update the scripting to where the game actually starts when there's a minimum amount of faction members in a faction. For example, you'd need 2 faction members to meet the requirement of 5 members queuing, and then you just start. Simple, right? That should make sense. However, I guess they just didn't think about that, because there's just always an imbalance. For example, the clip that you're looking at right now, there's an imbalance. There is multiple Soul Reapers and less of other factions, which again, I'm not complaining because I got the rewards at the end of the day, even though it was a blue elixir. Not complaining, but it needs to be fixed. Now, as for my experience, I would have to say this is my favorite game mode. Like seriously, when you do get into a lobby with, you know, mixed amount of faction members, oh my god, like it's an all-out war. Like it's basically an all-out war to see who gets Segunda first or who gets Bankai first. Like bro, you need to try it out if you haven't tried it out already, bro. It's like a war, bro. Like you're just going all out, spamming moves, doing this and that. Oh, who are we jumping? The communication's on point if you're with your squad. Nah, it's amazing. Now, is it fun? Yes, it is fun. Like I said, it's my favorite. It is very fun. Again, like I was saying in the 1v1s, speed can actually be tolerable in this because again, there's an open map, there's multiple of you guys, you can distract, you know, open out, run away, do a whole bunch of stuff, basically distract them from using their chain combo, and yeah, that's pretty much it. With Culling games, I really did like it. The only thing that I have an issue with is the loot and the imbalance of faction members when you load in. King of the world, man. This is a goated game mode. Like obviously not above Culling games, but this is a goated game mode. To really go in depth, I'm going to tell you the structure of the game mode, right? So basically you load into the game and it's a 4v4. Now in the 4v4, you know, you probably expect it to be like, you know, a team battle 4v4. However, it's no. It's separated by 1v1s. Now, your team needs to get all of the wins in the 1v1s to win, right? However, if one of your teammates don't win, then you guys have a chance to get back at the person who beat your teammate and win the game. For example, let's say I was in a team with 3 other people, right? And my 3 other teammates won, however I lost. We're still in the game, but we need to beat that one person that beat me so we can continue and get our rewards and win and just leave. That's basically how it goes, and that's basically what happened. I got foderized. Like when I say foderized, I got foderized by this speed demon, and my teammates, you know, they brought it back for the win. They brought it back and we got in. So that's basically it. The only thing that I have an issue is that it may be unfun depending on the build that's being used against you. You know, I see a lot of speed demons here, but I also see a lot of Hakuda people, which again is amazing to have diversity within this game mode. Other than that, again, it's just the rewards. You know, the rewards, you can get blue elixirs about 90% of the times. I've seen screenshots where people have gotten dimensional shards from this and holy orbs, which again is great, but seriously, a 0.1%, like it seems like a 0.1% chance. So I guess, yeah, but other than that, it is a solid game mode, so please try it out. We have reached the end of the video. I just want to say thank you guys for staying to the end. Hope you guys like, subscribe, comment down below what game mode you think is the best, and yeah. But for the conclusion, I do want to say that the ranked rewards seem too underwhelming for the type pressure we're putting into these games. And when I mean that like there are people who have played ranked for like what, 5 days, right, and still not getting anything good, right? And they'd still touch elos like 800, 1000, and they're still getting bad loot. Like it just doesn't correlate, because again, to get to 1000 elo, you'd have to put in a lot of work, especially when the top elo right now is like 2000 or 2300. I saw Cetra at 2500 and I was like, alright bro, just pan up. But you get what I mean. There's a whole bunch of work that you put into ranked 1v1s to get to that point, and to not get rewarded for it is kind of crazy. But other than that, the game modes are fun, except for ranked 1v1s. Throw that shit out the way. Culling games is the best in my opinion. Again, one more time, tell me what your favorite one is. But yeah, really and truthfully, Culling games, king of the world, they got it, man. Like, you could play with your friends, have some fun. If you do verse a Yamato player, it's fine, bro. You're chilling, bro. You're chilling. Promise you're chilling. Other than that, bro, nothing else to say. So with that being said, Hope you guys like and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys later. One last thing before you leave, I'm making a Discord server, so if you guys want to check that out, it'll be in the description below. Check it out. I will probably be needing some like mods and some stuff. The server will progress as the day goes on. But with that being said, bye.